Y'all, it is 2024. Are you serious? It is 2024. Like, are we still getting mad that black people are in fantasy shows and superhero shows and shit? Like, are you serious? Okay, so the last House of the Dragon video that I did, where I was talking about the promo, I'm gonna put the link in my description just in case you haven't seen it. But yeah, HBO have released this promo where the actors were defending their characters' team, like, you know, Team Green, Team Black, whatever. You know, so it's funny. And so underneath that video, a couple of y'all were like, well, you need to look at what Bethany posted. Like, you need to see what she's talking about. So apparently on her story, Bethany posted this message that she got from somebody. So, I mean, you can see it here. It's pretty disgusting. It says, N-word, you look like a piece of S. It's a miracle they even included you in the trailer, but we don't care. I hope you accidentally, pass away on set. So first of all, I would just like to get this out of the way. Bethany has already displayed how talented she is as an actress, so we already just gonna put some respect on her name. Let's just clear that up. We're gonna put some respect on Bethany's name, especially because everybody was gagging and they was getting a life at that deleted scene when she was talking to Rainey's. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, Miss Mamas is already showing us what the tea is. Like, she is objectively just a great actress. What is the big deal? Y'all need to sit y'all ass down. But I'm ready for y'all today. Because I think that people like this, like, just in general, just take huge shits on the genre of fantasy and sci-fi and whatever. Like, those kinds of genres are about, like, expanding your fucking horizons. It's about magic. It's about, connecting to other people, even if it's in weird ways. Like, that to me is what these fantasy, sci-fi, make-believe ass genres are about in the first place. That's why so many people love these stories. So like, y'all can handle, people skin changing. You can handle weirwood trees and shit, but you can handle dragons, flying reptiles, you know what I mean? Spitting fire. But a person with darker skin is just all of a sudden, that's what's gagging y'all. Y'all ain't really about that fantasy sci-fi life for real, bitch. Y'all ain't really, like, outside of just the blatant racism, y'all ain't really the girls like that. Y'all ain't really the girls y'all think y'all are like that. Like, literally, y'all disrespecting the whole idea of this, of magic, of living outside of reality in different realms. You're disrespecting the entire idea that these genres are built on, which y'all racism is boring as hell. Bitch, it's 2024, girl. It's 2024. I'm glad that she said wait till they find out that I'm gay too. Like, as a fellow gay, as a fellow black queer, it's like, I love seeing that. Like, play with me if you want to. I love that she did not shy away from putting your username out there so we could all take a visit, girl. So we could all, because sometimes they be put, when people post the racist messages that they get, sometimes people blur out the usernames of the people who post that shit. Nah, bitch, don't blow them hoes out. Let us see who the bitch is. Let's see who these girls are, girl. Come outside. Like I said, come outside. We're not going to jump you, boo. We're just waiting we're just waiting in single file line, ready for no reason at all. Like, no, if you're bold enough, I think that if you're bold enough to say something this horrendous in someone's, like, DMs and shit for no reason, I mean, you know what I mean? Just, if you're this bold to do this shit, girl, then it's okay. We can put your username out there. We can let the world know the kind of person that's lurking out there on the interwebs, girl. Like, it's okay. You know what I mean? I'm glad she did not shy away from dragging you in this particular way, But to me, it's like I said before, it just makes no sense to be this invested in something that's make-believe, something that is supposed to be like, hey, questioning the idea of just chasing power and, like, what does that mean? What does it do to families? You know what I mean? This whole idea of fantasy, this whole idea of sci-fi, like, you can't really be understanding anything for real, because this kind of shit sitting in your heart. I don't understand how you even enjoy the idea of magic, the idea of making fucking believe. You see what I'm saying? Because what you're telling me is that you can handle seeing Melisandre, like watching Melisandre give birth to a demon that came from the pits of Tartarus, but you cannot, like, your brain explodes at the idea of a black character in a fantasy show. It's just, like I said, we're so tired at this point. We're yawning. I'm glad she laughed in your face at that shit. But also, like, I can only imagine how annoying it must be to, like, first of all, I'm trying to remember my lines. I'm trying to deliver a good performance. I'm trying to, like, make sure I'm giving what the character actually is supposed to be. You know what I mean? I can't imagine trying to, like, perform while also getting these kinds of, DMs and messages. And guess what? Like, you have to be, girl, these actors are already walking into Game of Thrones knowing that, if I don't give a good performance, the fans are going to drag the shit out of me. You know what I mean? They already underneath so much pressure. And then to have to deal with, like, messages like this is so, I feel like it puts a damper on the creativity sometimes. Like, it might fuck up. Can you imagine, like, you trying to, like, escape into a fantasy world in order to play the character, right? Like, you're just getting lost in the character, and then a DM comes up like this. It's just like, you racist and weird people try to act like you care about the show, but it's like, if you actually did, you would care about the actors. Like, you know what I mean? If you got what you wanted, you would ruin the show. You would ruin the show. That's what your actions are doing. Like, so how can you claim to be a fan of the show? How can you claim to care about the show when you're doing this to the to the people who are trying to bring the show to life? Like, bitch, y'all shooting yourself in the foot. I can't stand it. But, one of the main reasons I'm doing this video is just to make sure that, Bethany, Phoebe, the actress also who plays Rhaena, like Steve also, right, who plays the sea snake. I just want to make sure all y'all who are up there, y'all are eating it. Like, y'all are eating it. Like, we was fighting from season 1. We was fighting for y'all to get as much screen time as possible. And like, I feel like the showrunners kind of hurt us, like, because they made sure, I mean, we're still fighting, you know what I mean? But, like, we were definitely a loud voice when it came to, like, all right, that's cool, but y'all cutting out these scenes with Damon and his kids. Like, you know what I mean? We want to see, our girl Bethany, like, we want to make sure that we're heard. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just want to make sure that these black actors, actresses know that we see them, and y'all are eating up these roles. Y'all are, like, literally performing, and y'all are acting, y'all are doing it, you're doing it. So, these messages might come through once in a while or a lot, apparently, which I think is so disgusting, but these messages might come through, but just know that there are also other people who are seeing, like, we are seeing y'all and how you're devoting yourself to the role. We see how seriously y'all are taking it. We understand the pressure that you're under, especially in this industry, in some of these fan bases that sometimes we just have too many. It's just an outsized proportion of racists. Like, we understand the pressure that you're under, but, like, we also see that y'all are eating this shit up. Like, we gonna see y'all, like, niggas on the dragon. She said, what did Bethany say? She said, you all won't ruin this first glimmer of dragon joy for us Negroes. And it's just like, yeah, girl, I want to see a nigga on the dragon. Like, stop playing with me. Y'all gonna have to just be mad about it, bitch. And guess what? After y'all send them DMs, after y'all send all that shit, guess what? She's still she's still employed. She's still cashing them checks, and she's still gonna be in y'all screens, bitch. You're gonna have to be mad about it. On that note, remember what I always say. Remember, as a black creative, as a black queer creative, what I say, I'm team black when it comes to bending the knee to Rhaenyra, and I'm team black in real life, honey. So you're gonna have to be mad about it, girl. On that note, thank you all so much for watching. Love you all so much, and make sure that you have a good goddamn evening. Make sure that you're going to www.zeraxia.com. When you join the wait list there on the site, you will be the first to be notified when I drop my sequel. Also, you'll immediately get chapter 1 of my upcoming sequel of the upcoming book sent to your email as a PDF. So check that out. Also, this is a different excerpt from my upcoming book. So you definitely want to pause to read if you're trying to get your life. Keep in mind that this upcoming book, the sequel, is following up the first book that is already released called Zoraxia, Wrath of the God King. I released it a few years ago. It was my introduction to writing fantasy and stuff. So just go easy on me. But either way, as you can see here, it's given 4.9 stars. It's given 4.9 stars. So yeah, check out Zoraxia, Wrath of the God King while you wait for Zoraxia, The Vengeance of Coldwind, right? And go to Zoraxia.com, sign up, join the waitlist, get your free chapter. Thank you so much.